Okay, this recording is for Unit 308 software installation. Jamie and Sarah are present. So Jamie, can you take me through your software installation, explaining everything as you go?
Yep, sure. So in this one I'm going to install Windows 8.1 onto a virtual machine that I've created. So to start with, when you put in the media and boot from the media, it will bring up a screen with language. You need to set the language and then the time and the keyboard method, which is United Kingdom.
What's the relevance? Why do you need to do that?
So it's the right language on the keyboard.
Okay, so tell me, if I didn't do it, what would happen?
If you didn't do that, then well, it depends what language you set it as. If you set it as a different language, it's going to come up in a different language, and you won't understand what's going on.
Okay, now just before we go on, you mentioned installing from media. Okay, tell me more about the different installation options.
So you can do it from either the media with the CD, which is the installation, or you can do it from a USB. Yeah.
Anything else? Let's say you've got 1,000 machines to install. How are you going to do it? Think about how you do it here at Ritual.
Well, for SCCM.
Okay, tell me about it.
So you can deploy the images to like a list of devices.
Okay, so if I had a new laptop that I needed you guys to install, what would be the process? Just tell me that.
Well, if it was just one laptop, we'd do that manually.
No, sorry, using imaging, I mean.
Oh, right. Well, you just click on the ISO file and then go through the installation.
Okay, so when you say downloading an image, how does the laptop get the image off your server?
Well, we can put that on there.
Put it on where?
Onto your machine.
Yeah, I think you're not quite understanding.
No.
Do you not? Okay, let's say you've got 1,000 machines to install. Tell me how you would do that. What's the process?
For SCCM.
Yes,
You push out the file on
Okay.
the machines, and then
What do you need to do on the clients?
install it.
How do the clients get the image?
We push them out for SCCM.
Okay, so the client's just sat there. Does it not need anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
I want you to investigate that because it's not quite the right way of doing it. You do push it out, you're right, but you've got to
I've
have
never
your...
done it, so I can't say
Okay,
that.
that's what I needed to hear. You've never done it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Not
So
for 1,000.
basically you need to set your machines as a network boot so that they
Yeah.
boot up.
That's in the BIOS, though.
Yes, that's right, it's in the BIOS. So why do you need to set it up? What are they trying to get? What do they need before they can talk to your server that's got the image on it?
Network connection.
Yeah, and what else? What do we need to talk on a network?
Network card.
And what do you configure your network card with? What are the parameters on your network card?
I don't know. I'm going to be honest.
IP address?
Oh yeah, but you need an IP address, all that. But,
Right, okay.
But I didn't know this was going to be in this presentation. This is going to be cropped out as well.
No, this is the presentation.
You could
Okay, right, move on.
get him out. Okay. So when you get to this screen, it'll come up begin the installation where the install button is click install now. Or if you're doing a repair, you can click repair, which will repair the current system you've got on there. But an install now will be a clean installation.
Okay, so you say clean, what else could it be?
An upgrade.
Okay, tell me what the difference is and what you need to think about when you're doing either or, actually.
An upgrade is, so say if you're on Windows 7 and you're upgrading to Windows 8, but you have to make sure that your computer's got the right requirements for that software.
Good, okay, what else?
For the upgrade.
Yeah. Let's say it's somebody's laptop that they've been using, it's got data on it.
You have to back up all your files.
Yeah, okay. What about a clean install? Define a clean install for me.
So if you've got say a new laptop, that would be a clean install because you've not got anything from that previously.
Okay, there's another definition as well. So you're right, that's correct, but what else could be a clean install? So take that scenario you just said, you've got a Windows 7 box. What might you rather do than upgrade?
Do a clean install.
Yeah, why?
And say if there's any problems with your previous machine, then a clean install is going to literally from scratch.
Good,
So,
yeah. So that is always preferred
Yeah.
for that very reason. Because if you upgrade your problems with it, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, off we go.
This one's a license agreement. So with a license agreement, you're going to need the serial code as well, which is basically an agreement to say you've purchased that software and it's not been given from somewhere or you've illegally downloaded.
Okay, whose is that license?
Microsoft.
Okay. Can you actually go on if you don't tick the box? Go on, you were going to say the
I
answer.
was going to say no.
That's right, you can't.
No,
Okay.
you do need the license.
Exactly, okay. You can still tick the box without the license though, can't you?
Yeah, but it still prompts for a serial code.
Good, okay, next.
This is what type of installation you want. So, as we previously mentioned, an upgrade, which will install and keep all the Windows files and applications, or a custom, which is where you can select if you want to make changes to any drives that are on that machine. And it's also recommended that you back up your files if you do a custom installation.
Okay, so custom is also for what?
Clean.
Yeah, good.
So clean installation.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay, next.
This is where do you want to install Windows, like which drive. So you need to, I think for this one you need to make sure that you have 20 gig at least, and then you can select the drive where you install, and then there's options at the bottom as well. You can format the drive, which you don't really want to. Well,
Okay.
you can do that, but it's just going to clean wipe
That's fine.
everything.
Okay, go on.
This is the picture where you're actually installing Windows, so it's copying all the Windows files, getting the files ready, installing all the features, installing all the updates, and then it'll finish. This could take a while as well.
Okay.
And then when it's finished installing, you'll have to restart your machine for the installing and updates to take place. And when it does boot up, you'll come to the setup screen, which is where you can personalise your PC, so you can give it a PC name. I've put my VM.
Okay, tell me about PC names on a network.
Identifies the host name of
Okay.
that machine.
Can they all be the same?
No,
Why not?
because each computer has a different IP address, and you can't have two host names the same.
Okay.
So you can't share an IP address.
It's
not
not
one
really to do with the IP address. Okay.
Well,
so
in
just
a
think,
domain.
go back, step back.
Yeah.
What's the name? No, sorry. Regarding the name, what's the name used for?
Your PC name. So
Yes, but what it's
host.
used on the network, isn't it?
Yeah, as a host name.
Okay. So if you had duplicates, what do you think would happen?
It would cause conflict, so you probably wouldn't be able to access the network.
Yeah, exactly.
Not both of you. at the
Yeah,
same time,
exactly.
because
It would be a conflict of
you
interest
can't
if you
share,
like with that.
yeah.
Okay. Think about when you map drives and things. What do you use to map a drive? Have you mapped a drive before?
Well, ours are already pre-mapped, I think.
Okay,
so
so
when,
can
when
you-
I swapped over to a different machine,
Yeah.
they're all.
They're already
Mapped,
mapped.
yeah.
So can you remember what the mapping, what you would read to know where that data is held?
Um,
Is it a name or a number?
Who's a name?
Yeah, there you go. That's why you use names. Okay? Why would
Yep.
it be easier to map with a name than an IP address?
It's just easy to remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why they must be unique. Or
Yep.
one of the reasons, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, good. Next. You might need to click on it again. There you go. That's it.
Okay, so here's the express settings. So these are pre-configured settings that you can use. for your
Okay, what kind of
machine.
things are there?
So automatically install updates, app updates and software. You can automatically find the connected devices.
Okay, why do you think they give you express settings that they recommend? Who's that for?
I'd say mainly for security reasons.
Yes, but who's it for from a user point of view? You think you took this home? Do all your users know what these settings are relating to, do you think?
No.
Okay.
It's for you.
Yeah, so why do they say, look, these are the settings and we recommend that you do this?
Well, I'd say, I don't know, I'd just say they pre-configure them, so you haven't got to manually go through and change every single one.
Good. So
And
it's pre. Go on.
If you to, I'm not sure.
Okay, as I've just said, would an ordinary user know about updates or anything like that?
No, no.
Okay, so why do they do this?
Because obviously, if your software needs updating and they don't know how to manually update, it's going to automatically prompt.
Yeah, what I'm trying to get at is an ordinary user wouldn't have a clue. So Microsoft are going saying, do you know what, we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to put these recommendations there so that your computer is secure without you understanding what you're really doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, right, next.
This is your account, so you've got your username, which you can set yourself. So I'll call mine Jamie's VM. And then you have a password, which you can set so that you can log in, only you can log in, and it's not, unless you gave that password to someone, no one can access that machine.
Can you just move your phone? It's reflecting
Oh, yeah,
right
yeah.
on. Oh, it's not that. There's something reflect, doesn't matter, carry on.
And then you've got a password here, so remind it to yourself really in case you forget your own password, which you hopefully shouldn't. And then that's when you finish, and it brings you to your desktop. This was the Windows 8 desktop, so it uses the tiles.
Okay. Right, that's it, is it? Yes? Okay, good.
There's a bit here about.
Okay, so I want you to tell me what that configuration is there. So tell me what you're showing me there.
So this is the IP. This is an IP config command which displays all your network settings of the network you're connected to. So the IPv address, IPv4 address, the DNS, default gateway, and then that shows the NIC that I'm connected to.
Okay, so tell me what an IP address is.
It's identifies computer on the network.
Okay, tell me a little bit more. Identifies a computer on the network or identifies... We've talked about this before, haven't we?
Well, that one would identify the router that I'm connected to at home.
Right, what? No, hang on.
No, I don't know, I'm getting confused here.
Right, just tell me, give me a bit more about an IP address. Is it just a computer it's identifying?
No.
What is it?
Network.
Good, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the network, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more. So try and explain it to me. So you're right, it identifies the network and also the device, yes?
Yeah.
So why do I need to know that information? Or why does your network need to know that information?
So the device can talk to. So they can
Talk to what?
the network that you're connected to.
Okay, so does the network
And then
talk
it
to
connects-
itself, or tell me what's going on your
I'm really
network?
bad at explaining stuff like this.
That's fine, that's why I'm trying to guide you in the right direction. So what does a client talk to?
The router. Your
What?
network.
Okay, what else? Where do you get your data from?
The internet.
Really?
The network, sorry.
No, not the network. What's on the network? Where's data stored, Jamie?
Well, when you say it like that, I don't know what you mean.
Where do you store your data on a network?
On shared drive.
Which is sat on what? Physical?
On your computer. On the drives. It's in the network shares.
Yes, but where are the shares held? On what physical machine?
It'll be on the file server.
Thank you. A
Yeah,
server.
sorry, I was going
yes?
blank. I get blank.
Okay, that's all right. So, I can't remember what I asked you. Yes, I can. Why do we need to understand what network our computers are sat on? So what?
So you know, I'm going blank.
No, come on, you do know this. Just focus.
I probably do, but I don't
you do, and you need to answer the question.
So
Why do we need to know? Why do our computers need to know what network they are sat on?
So they know which. I don't know.
Go on.
I really don't know how to answer it.
Right. Well, tell me what's the purpose of networking?
So you can connect to the internet.
Just the internet?
Well, no, it's servers, files.
Right. So why do we need to know what network we're on, so that we can what?
Talk to the servers.
Exactly.
And go and get their data from those servers.
Exactly. That's it. Okay, it's as simple as that. You're making it exceedingly complicated. It's that simple.
Yeah,
Okay?
I go blank when I get put on the
That's
spot.
all right. Right, next bit. Tell me what the subnet mask does.
Oh, this is where I'm going to.
No, it's related to what we've just talked about, okay? What does the subnet mask do? All right, let me help you out. Can you see what the IP... I can't see from here. What is the IP address on that machine?
192.168.1.120.
Okay, what's the subnet mask?
255.255.255.
Okay, what's the network portions of that address?
The portion.
Yep, portions.
192.168. When you say portion.
Right, you know well, you've just told me that an IP address represents the network and the host, and I've taught you about network IDs and host IDs. Do you remember that? We've got 32 bits, 4 portions.
I've missed so many.
No, you have done this, Jamie, because
I
you've
don't
only
know if I
missed
have.
revision. We've done 2 sessions on this, okay, so you were there. All right, so let's just walk it through, okay? Tell me, why did you go for those first 2 octets for the network address?
That's the class of the IP address.
Okay, so what class is that IP address?
A. No, C, sorry.
C,
Yeah,
right.
I know I said
So, you know it's a C,
Yeah.
so you should be able to tell me which portion's a network.
Oh God, it's from. Is it from 192 to?
Read it. Give me 3 portions. It's 3 portions. It's a Class C address. So it's 192,
Yeah.
168.
I said.
What's the third
That
octet?
one.
Right. What does the subnet mask say? What numbers are in that mask?
255.255.255.0.
Right. So which portion's a network? You've just told me.
255.
And?
255.
And?
255.
Right. So what does the subnet mask do? Identifies what?
The class of the network.
Yes. Identifies the network
Yeah.
portions. Yes? Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So your subnet mask, you qualify it for me. What does a subnet mask do?
Identifies the network portion
Right.
that you're sitting on.
Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Ah, yeah.
Default gateway. What's the default gateway?
So is it like how it responds to the service?
No.
No.
No. You've got a default gateway IP address entry on that property sheet, haven't you? You might not have it on there, but you've got it on the properties of your network card.
Yeah.
So tell me what the default gateway would be. Why would we put a gateway in?
Well, when we want to connect to a certain machine or server, you have to put a specific gateway in to connect to that. To
Is
talk
that,
to that.
machine on your network?
No, it's a server.
Okay, it's
That's
the
how we
server on the
access it,
on the
yeah.
network.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't use a gateway,
You do.
do you?
If you're accessing a server,
Right.
not the machine.
Why would you need a gateway to access a server that's local to you?
Not local.
Right, that's what I asked you.
sorry, I was on about
Okay,
server,
is it
yeah.
on the network? Is it on the
Yeah.
same network?
Yeah.
Right, so that's still local.
Yeah.
Right, how do you go out to the internet?
Through the gateway
Right, so what's the gateway doing? Taking you where?
to the internet.
Which is local or external?
External.
Right,
So it takes you to an external source.
yes, it's the router.
Yeah.
Yes? Right, what does DNS do?
Resolves host name to IP.
Give me an
and
example.
reverse. So rather than if you want to browse the internet, rather than it being called the IP address, it will resolve it to a host name. So, for example, www.bing.com. It will resolve that to the host name, so you aren't going to type in the IP address manually to get
Yes, okay, so it takes the host name and resolves it to the IP address.
Yeah.
Okay, why do we do that?
Because it would be a bit more complicated. It would be a bit of a pain in.
We'd never go anywhere, would we, on
Yeah,
the internet,
no.
if you think about it?
No.
Good, okay, fine.